In Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, the author, Persig, talks about the importance of finding the back roads and traveling them to slow down and connect with yourself. I don't think there's a better place to do that than in the Driftless area of southwestern Wisconsin. This is the view of the Mayfly Lodge. They have a few rooms to rent in the main building, and a cabin that sleeps 3 very comfortably. There are 4,300 residents of Viroqua, Wisconsin, and sharing this information with you, I feel like I'm almost betraying a secret. Because they have an oasis. The town has a vintage look and feel. The children have an honest smile and clean complexions that I look for and I don't always see in other places. Kip Veith of Wildwood Flow Trips guided me through the planning for this fishing trip and was quick to suggest the Driftless Cafe is a center point for my visit to Viroqua. So I called Ruthie Zom, the cafe's owner, and her husband Luke Zom, the chef, was quick to suggest that I reach out to his sous chef, Eric Mish, to discuss my fishing trip and see if he'd like to join me.
My buddy just I called him up asking him if he had any mushrooms, and he's like, I got about 50 pounds growing out on a tree right now. He has 110 acres of land, and he zips around in it on his ATV. He'll find trees with oysters. He's brought in chanterelles, which grow out of the ground. I've been learning a lot from him. This is a pheasant back. We slice it thin so that it is more tender, much like a shiitake. We sell vegetarian dishes at the restaurant, and they definitely sell themselves. We'll cook everything fireside. We'll serve it with a locally made baguette that I will toast into crostinis on the cast iron prior to sauteing this up. I would start with a 1/4 cup of the white garlic, saute that in a couple tablespoons of butter, let that sweat out and turn translucent. I'd then add about a 1/2 pound to a pound of fresh mushrooms, saute them down, cook them. When they're nice and ready, I would add a little shot of Marsala wine to deglaze my pan, and then I would add heavy whipping cream, about a 1/2 cup to maybe a cup, and cook that down till it was nice and saucy. We would serve it with a toasted baguette. It'd be more of a starter. It wouldn't be your main course. It'd be a nice start before we cooked a steak or venison on the grill. So they call it the Driftless area because during the last glaciation, this area was missed. So there's no glacial drift from the receding of the glaciers. You won't find other rocks in that. It's pretty much limestone, sandstone, and a mix of other softer stones. After the glaciers receded, this land was left alone, and through 100,000, 400,000 years, just the springs in that, water and erosion pulled away the sandstone in that and released these springs to the area. And that's kind of what you got today, is over a slow period of time, the water just carved away these valleys and these, what they're called coulees. The rivers don't freeze, but the state of Wisconsin and Minnesota close in the fall to allow for spawning of the brown trout and brook trout in the area. Kind of leave them alone and let them do their thing from October to December. And then come January 1st, we open up for winter catch and release, which the diehards can go out and catch fish in 5-degree weather or 30-degree weather, and the streams will be at about mid-30s temperature-wise. The water comes out at about 52 degrees from the springs around here and just keeps the water nice and cool all year round, even when it's 100 degrees outside or it's negative 20 out. They're open. Fishing allows me to get away from it. It just gives me the time alone, time to reflect on life. It's just nice to be out in nature. Yeah. Size-wise, you'll find anything from a 4-inch brown trout up to a Montana-sized trout. You'll find, if you search hard enough and you know what you're doing, you'll find 20-inch plus trout in the area. If you're throwing a streamer, you're looking for fish that are eating other fish. Not eating bugs, but you can't really say that a big fish is going to eat big food. I mean, you'll find, big browns fishing a size 22 trico, in the fall. You'll find big fish that want to eat small bugs. Because I like fishing, I also like the opportunity to catch the fish. So I'll fish a streamer, I'll fish a dry, a wet, a nymph, whatever I need to do to try and get into them that day.
Luke Zahm, an accomplished corporate chef, has found a calm, quiet corner in southwestern Wisconsin to ply his craft. He's made contacts with farmers, dairies, and butchers all over the area, and it's evident on his menu. The cheese board on the table was memorable, served with charcuterie from a butcher shop just down the street. Our experience at the Driftless Cafe will stay with me for a long time, and I really can't say enough about the place. If you're floating through the area, there's no reason not to stop. They serve a pizza that'll blow your mind.